Hello, my name is Maria Rubin and I'm 22 years old and I'm from Kiev, Ukraine.
My name is Maria Stan, I'm 19 years old. I'm from Lviv, Ukraine.
I play basketball and I've played basketball for about 11 years now.
I fenced since I was 14 years old and now I fence for NJIT.
What got me started was that I was always around my dad playing when I was growing up, so I was in the gym always, and that's what I just decided to do, and I kind of didn't see any other options.
I started because both my parents are coaches and I've never done any other sports.
Someone would say that my biggest accomplishment was that I played for my national team for age under 20, but in my opinion, my biggest accomplishment was when I played against the team that my old coach had, and she told me that I would never play basketball, but we won against that team, and I scored a lot, and it was just a really good game. So I believe that's my biggest accomplishment so far.
So my biggest accomplishments in fencing are getting my B rating in 2014. I went to Junior Olympics and Summer Nationals a few times, and I'm planning to qualify again this year. I definitely enjoyed the experience.
For me, time management as a student athlete has not been something that comes naturally. I will do the most to do the least. I think that's like my motto in life. And unless I'm forced to do some things, I probably wouldn't do it.
I show up to practice at 7 a.m. every morning. This is like blatant lies, but okay.
School hits you hard, and it's too much school, and you only get 5 hours of sleep, and you have to still go to practice. But the good part about it is when you're so physically exhausted, and it makes you feel really accomplished. It makes you forget about everything.
It's definitely hard to try and stay in shape in college, especially because GDS has great options for food. And it's really easy to just come in like when you're rushing to class and grab a pizza and run. Like as a college athlete, like you actually have to think about what you're putting in your body, and that like requires extra time, like maybe cooking for yourself just to make sure your body's getting the proper nutrition it needs to be an athlete.
For my whole entire life, my parents were always good with making sure I eat really good food. That's why I never really were a fan of chips and that type of stuff. I'm not a fan of pizza. That's for a different reason, because sometimes after the games we would get pizza, and that's not something I want to eat after the game because it's all greasy.
Being an athlete on a Division I team definitely is a big time commitment. I used to work, I had a job, but I wasn't able to manage both fencing and working because a lot of times I could only come in on weekends just because of school, but then on weekends I would go to fencing tournaments or I would be refereeing.
One of the biggest challenges of being a student athlete has been the fact that I don't have any control over my free time pretty much, because at any given chance my schedule could be changed and I cannot really make plans with my friends, or if I want to go to movies or theater, I cannot really plan on doing that.
The best advice I've gotten was from my coach, who told me to sleep, because if you're not sleeping, you're not taking care of your body as well as you could be, and it just leads to stress and an inability to perform. I started out as an interior design major, and we were constantly stuck in a studio trying to work on a project, or I would have a competition and then I'd be missing studio time or time that I could be using for studio, so I'd constantly have to ask my professor for extensions, and in the end they just tell you that like you should learn to manage your time better, but sometimes like 24 hours in a day aren't enough.
Would I do it again if I had a choice? Hell yeah. It taught me a lot. I met incredible people as like my teammates, my coaches, and people who I will definitely remember for the rest of my life and rely for the rest of my life, who taught me a tremendous amount of things. Not just coaches, my teammates. One of my first roommate, Alana Dudley, she taught me time management and just like life management and how you can strive for the best and literally do everything possible. And like she's like a big inspiration to me, and I think to each one of my teammates. And just no matter how hard it was, maybe injuries, it's all worth it because of the pleasure I get from playing.
Like I said before, my mom and dad are both coaches, and knowing that doing well in my sport makes them happy is something that inspires me to do the best that I can.
My advice for anybody coming in and trying to be a student athlete would be to never take any day for granted and never complain about any single day, because one thing that you will regret at the end of it is every single day that you didn't try or didn't work your hardest and complain and just took a step back. Because it seems like 4 years is a long time, but it actually passes really fast, and it literally flies by. And now I'm a senior. I just still have another year of basketball. It feels like it's been a long time, but it also passed really fast. And every season you prepare for the season each day at a time, but then the season comes and it goes by so fast. So you should take not just every game, but every single day that you practice, one day at a time, and appreciate it and appreciate the time that you're given.
It's definitely been a struggle, but I would do it again in a heartbeat. You spend all this time going to practice and training for that moment when you compete, and it's so short, especially in fencing. Like, you get 3 minutes to go out there and do your best. You put so much effort into practice, and when you go out there and perform, it literally takes one touch either to make or break your dreams.